We got this lovely lady behind me. Yes, that is Mulatto for Chris who asked and anybody else who wants to know. My source for this story is Hip Hop DX. So I go through the story and I, salt in a little commentary. Then I give you my main commentary at the end. And then if you want to call in and tell me what you think about the story before we move on to the next topic, feel free to do that. Now, before I even get into this, I know that I have some explaining to do because I know my audience, even though it's changing. I know at least the people who've been here with me for a while. I'm sure that most of you are not necessarily familiar with this girl, but she is a rapper named Mulatto. She is a biracial girl born to a Black father and a white mother. She identifies as biracial, as she should, because she is. I have seen Black people getting on her case because she doesn't identify as Black. And I keep saying that. One day, though, maybe Black people will learn to let biracial people call themselves biracial people. Let them identify as biracial because they are. It does Black people, especially Black women, a disservice to identify them as Black because that only takes away from representation from actual Black people, usually Black women. So Black people sound goofy to me when they always, begging half Black people to pick their side, and I don't know, calling biracial people biracial. It's not an insult to them. So that being said, just let biracial people identify as biracial because they are. Now, more people, though, it does seem they take an issue with Mulatto's stage name, Miss Mulatto. She was Miss Mulatto, and I guess now she's just Mulatto. But her real name is Alyssa Michelle Steffens or Stevens. It's Stephens. So y'all let me know. And she has been rapping since the age of 10. And from what I can see, this always has been her name, her stage name, Mulatto or Miss Mulatto. And if that's the case, then that's on her parents. If they were, since she was 10 years old, letting her run around, use this term to refer to herself. Because historically, that word has always been a racial slur. And that's why a lot of people call her out for having that as her name. And I've seen a lot of people saying that she needs to change her name. But Mulatto, a lot like Black people who claim that they took the N-word back and use it as a term of endearment, which I think is stupid. She says that she too is taking the word mulatto and turning it from a negative into a positive. I don't see it that way, but just I'm curious though, right now, write in the chat if you think that Black people calling themselves N-word is positive or negative. And write if you think that biracial people who call themselves mulatto, even though she's the only one I know who does this, write in the chat right now if you think that that's something positive or negative. So like for Black people, the N-word, say negative. For biracial people, mulatto, say negative or positive. I'm just like put negative, positive. And then I just want to get kind of y'all's feelings on where we are on this topic. Curious to know what y'all think about it. So Roxy says negative as hell. Hi, is it Key Shane Bright says both are negative. Let's see, what else are y'all saying? The N-word is negative in any setting, says Wings and Mumbo Sauce. Yes, mula in Spanish is is a mule. A mix between a horse and a donkey. Some Latinos find it offensive. 112 DZ says negative. Danielle says both are negative. Keisha Moore says both are negative. Larry the photo key says very negative. Let's see here. Cooking with the Salmons. Hey, Cooking with the Salmons, y'all. They're going to be on this channel. So it's a family cooking channel. The dad in the family, Greg, is going to come on here and cook for us. I'm going to put up a poll for y'all. And I'm going to see what y'all want him to prepare. Do y'all want him to show y'all how to do some oxtails or a seafood boil or a lobster boil or something else or make some drinks? That's what I want to know. And y'all can put that in there too. But we're going to actually do an actual poll on my community tab before he comes so he can know what y'all want him. Let's see here. Yeah, Minnie Mouse says she doesn't care about the negative connotation. She likes the name. Hi, Minnie Mouse. And Mara Dunstan says she looks hideous. Brenda says both are negative. Yeah, most of us are saying that this is a negative thing. But let's see here. Now, I I don't believe that I've ever talked about Mulatto on my channel. I'm pretty sure that I have not. I will say I know about her, and anytime that I've seen her trending, it's usually because of some type of problematic behavior. People have seen her as problematic ever since they heard her stupid name. The last time I saw her trending, it was because she was mad for being called a D-list celebrity while she was out performing in nightclubs during the height of the pandemic. So even though she claims to be an A-list celebrity, she was trending this week because she was called out for engaging in some D-list hood booger behavior. Here is the story from Hip Hop DX. That's my main source, sprinkled in with, you know, some corrections and my own commentary. So here's the story. Mulatto is facing backlash after accusations, multiple accusations of her being a wig thief having surfaced. Last week, a hairbender called out Big Lotto on Twitter for not tagging her in a 2018 post wearing the wig that she sent the hair bandit hood booger. She claims Mulatto blocked her after she attempted to DM the D-list hood booger rapper multiple times since that incident. The quote says, and this is from the hair company lady, she says, Mulatto legit stole my hair 2 years ago, and I've been watching her blow up. LOL. Now she's blocked us. What a loser. Had the nerve to say that 2 years ago, like money's changed in 2 years. Get the fuck out of here, silly bitch. The hair tech under the username at Deborah Leoni wrote. So Mulatto essentially admitted the fault, but accused the vendor of clout chasing by bringing this up 2 years later when she's in the midst of her industry glow up. So the D-list hood booger wrote on her social media account, 2 years later, I'm getting $10,000 a post and still would have tagged, reimburse you if you would approach me different, boo. My last hairstylist stole all my wigs when we parted ways, and I'm still resolving issues today because of it. Waiting 2 years for me to blow up sounds opportunistic. It's giving clout chaser. So Mulatto, the D-list hood booger, continued. What y'all fail to realize is I have no problem buying a whole different wig on my own and tagging that girl as if it was hers, but you're not going to talk to me crazy without knowing the facts first and still expect to get what you wanted 2 years later. So where this hair bandit hood booger, where does she get off? So she's admitting that she got the hair for free, but in the same breath admitting that she did not hold up her end of the bargain, which was just to post a picture of herself on Instagram wearing this wig and tagging the business, which was kind enough to give a D-list hood booger an expensive wig. She didn't do it. So then other businesses began to flood Instagram, her Instagram comment sections, saying that they've had similar scamming experiences dealing with Mulatto, the D-list hood booger. Another person said, she did me the same way. And that's the name is like ILLYY.K. She said, child, please sent her hair for promo. She was replying up until the hair said delivered. So they were going back and forth, but once she got the hair, then Mulatto cut off all contact with the girl. So now Mulatto, the D-list hood booger, claims both lawsuits are coming up out of the woodwork, and she's also being sued for a car accident from years ago. The D-list hood booger hair bandit wrote on her social media, quote, I got a MF trying to sue me now for a car accident 3 years ago. 2, LMAO, she wrote several O's. Like everything and everybody be so opportunistic. I swear to God, I be wishing I was normal sometimes. Well, word on the curb is coming from a lot of people, Mulatto, that you are normal, that your wish has been granted. So Mulatto, the hair bandit hood booger, doesn't seem too stressed about the situation. Of course she's not. Hood boogers don't get stressed out about much. She continued to joke about the wig thievery a day later on Twitter by posting, steal a wig for me, daddy. And then she had another post where she said, snatching wigs, literally. Yes. So y'all, I have no deep thoughts about this because I'm too old to deeply care about Mulatto. But she should have posted for those companies when they gave her the hair. You know, for all this grandstanding and flexing like she has it made, she's moving like a common hood booger if these claims are true. And I believe that they are because she admitted, well, yeah, you know. So that's all that I really have on this particular one. If anybody wants to call in, let me just call in. I'll put the link in the chat. But before you come in, make sure that you don't have any other screens, any other tabs open except for StreamYard, and have your earphones on if you have some. Because if the chat is telling me that we're getting feedback or echoing, I'm going to have to let your call go. And my apologies, but I'm trying to make this a better playback experience for everybody who doesn't get to watch this live, because I do see that people are coming back and watching it. And even for the lovely people who are catching us live now, you know, y'all be telling me your ears are hurting. Oh, echo, you know, whatever. So I have my headphones in. If we happen to get any calls, I will take the calls. Hi, country mama. How are you doing? So let me do this. And I'm posting right now an invitation into this stream. And I'll just read a couple of comments. I'll go, let's see, maybe a minute or so and see if we get any calls. If we don't, we'll move on. What are y'all saying? Exactly, Tammy T. Takes 20 seconds to tag someone. And then she's acting like, you know, she's mad at this woman for coming to her 2 years later. So no, it's not that that woman is in the wrong for coming to you 2 years later. You're the one who's wrong because you had 2 whole years to post this and you didn't. I mean, girls around here wish we could get free expensive wigs. We spend 20 seconds of our time to post something to tag somebody for some expensive free wigs. Let me see. Hi, Latoya, first timer. Hello, how are you doing? But yeah, if nobody calls, then I'll just read a few comments and move on. Hi, sorry, I was trying to get Lloyd Ellis. How are you doing? Thank you for being here with us. Good person, good evening, good person, good evening, people. Let's see here. Who else? She can pay the wig vendors back with Groupon coupons. Lord, let's see here. She looks like a mashup of Kim K and Cardi B surgery. And I think that she's always looked like this. I don't want to say that she's had any work done. I don't think that she has. I don't know that she has. Yeah, Tiara versus TT says, but she was opportunistic to take the hair. She was, exactly. But she's calling out this woman like she's the one in the wrong for, you know, wanting to be recognized. Hi, Jenny. How are you doing? Thank you for coming and joining us. Storm is very good to me to tell his people about me. Let's see here. Kylie says she's a wannabe. She's not hood. She's a wannabe. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm with y'all. Classless. Just classless. Yeah, exact. Thank you. Just pay the lady. Just pay the lady, Tammy T. That's all it takes, and then all this will go away. You know, you sit up here grandstanding and talking about what she wants. And, oh gosh, yeah, D-list hood booger. I mean, come on. Oh, we got a call. Let me get my headphones in. We got Roxy on the line on her camera. On her camera, y'all. I'm not playing any favorites, so I don't want anybody calling Ty out. I'm not trying to act like no D-list hood booger. Hi, JC. Okay, so we got Roxy in the house, and let me bring her up. Okay. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. How are you sounding, y'all?
I don't want to come off echo.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't tell us.
So let me say this. I don't know much about Mulatto, but I will say that Mulatto did the rap game, if anyone's familiar with that TV show. And so with the rap game, she won, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people felt like she cheated her way through, and her parents they have to be present on there. A parent has to be present because at that time they're underage. And so she won, and she felt like Jermaine Dupri didn't put much into her after she won. And so that was 2016. So here we are now at 2020, and Cardi B gives you one glow up opportunity, and now you're an A-lister. But we haven't heard from you since 2016, first of all. Second of all, they instantly become influencers. And I think her issue was she didn't want anyone to know that she was wearing a wig, because at that time people were still trying to, throw off their real hair rather than being honest and say, hey, I rock wigs. What you gonna do with it? So
Mm-hmm.
I think that was Mulatto's issue, because again, she's mulatto. So she should be Becky with the good hair. And so that's the thing. I'm quick to tell you, I'm gonna pop on a wig in a hot minute. Like,
Hot
no
minute.
tea, no shade. I still have my hair under here and I don't feel like curling it. I don't feel like being bothered with it. So it is what it is. But people like Mulatto want to give you this I don't know, this fantasy of what a woman should be rather than what a woman really is. And so I think that's why she didn't want to tag that particular vendor. And then I think she felt like,
Mm.
oh, I'm a celebrity. Y'all should just be giving this stuff to me. Like, people send stuff to Cardi B all the time and she probably don't post it. She get to what she get to.
Mm-hmm.
So just think about it. You as a
Right.
YouTuber, if you're getting all this stuff, because there's some people that'll send you wigs, there's some people that'll send you different oils, essential oils, and things like that. And but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get to it. But that's when
Mm-hmm.
you have your publicist doing things like that. So actually, at that time, it was Mulatto that was going back and forth with her, actually doing an exchange. It'd be different if it was a publicist, because then if the artist doesn't want it, it just won't happen. But this was
Mm-hmm.
actually Mulatto promising them. So it's different in that case. And so that's what Mulatto's not understanding, is the business. And a lot of people think that people like Mulatto have money just because they see her and she gets all these clicks and views. But 9 times out of 10, she's sitting in this small little apartment giving you this dream of what she wants you to think that she's living. And so I think that
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot that plays into why Mulatto didn't go all out, because she just really isn't getting, and I feel bad for her. Jermaine Dupri left her
Right.
hanging. He really didn't give her the
Mm-hmm.
chance to uh, succeed. And so in her mind, she was going to be hood and take the stuff and be like, I'm that celebrity, even though she wasn't. And she's still a D-list celebrity.
Ooh, with a smile at the end.
She's still a D-list celebrity, so it is what it is.
Mm.
So, I don't know much
Wow.
about the girl, but I do understand the way that the business works. And I think that's the problem, is Jermaine Dupri doesn't sit down and explain the business to them and what could come at them, because there's so much that can come at them now. So,
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then to your point, so you're saying so, and this is a 2 year ago incident. So you're saying probably at that time she was still trying to fool people and make them think, okay, I'm a mulatto, like I have long silky hair down to my butt. Oh, this isn't a wig. Okay, I
exactly.
could see that being a thing. I could see that being a thing. It's just
People
so
forget that white
unprofessional, though.
women
Like,
wear extensions and they do it better than us. They have more
yeah.
opportunity. Like, they can have extensions fused to their scalp. So
Mm-hmm.
don't get it twisted. Just because you see these white women with clips and pieces and fusion
Mm-hmm.
into their scalp, it does not mean that they don't have the same issues that we as Black women have when it comes to their hair. And I think that's the thing about mulatto is, one, you call yourself a mutt. That's gross. So
Right. Right.
do you have mutt issues with your hair and you just don't want to admit it? Okay, so I could only imagine what that girl got going on with her hair. That does not always mean thick, beautiful, long hair. That does not always mean you can flip it and turn it and all that. 9 times
Mm-hmm.
out of 10, she got thin white folk hair that's nappy.
It's something she's not wanting to be seen. And then that's another thing, though. A lot of the times, when there are biracial girls, especially when there are biracial girls and the mother is white, a lot of times they don't know how to take care of their daughter's hair, kind of like Doja Cat. Talking about how she likes how she looks, but she doesn't like her hair. And that could, and her Black father was not around, to hey, get my aunt, my sister, here's your aunt, she can show you how to do that. And so a lot of times, and I see that's what I commonly see with biracial kids who have a white mother, is their hair is just a mess. And it's just because they
Mhm.
don't know how to take care of it. So she probably could have nice hair if her mom knew how to tell her, this is how you need to moisturize. You need to wash. Her mom may be trying to have her wash her hair every day and not put moisturizer. Who knows? But
Right.
that's a really common thing that I see, especially with black biracial girls who have the mother as the white one and the father as the black one. That's pretty common.
Right. And
So
that's probably the thing is she's a little embarrassed now because here comes this vendor. And at first it was just her versus the vendor, but then here comes all these other vendors. And rightfully
right,
so.
which now it's starting to make me feel like it's more of a character flaw when I saw that there were other people, because some of these were more recent. So is it just that you want to hide the fact that you don't have what you envision to be mulatto silky hair, or are you just flaw? Like,
I
because
love Fufu.
why is more than one person saying this? Why is more than one person saying that you're not posting wigs? I mean, and all they're not asking for money. So, like, why are people doing that?
Right. I love Fufu's comment because it's so honest. Like, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
These men make us have these expectations of how we should be. Like, oh, I need to make sure my wig looks supernatural. No, this is what I want to rock today because this is what I want to see. If you don't want to see it, don't
Right.
look. I don't know what else to tell you. But I love when people are honest. So thank you, Fufu, for that. But literally, this girl is up here trying to give us something else. I think she wants to be the mulatto version of Kylie Jenner. And we all know that Kylie Jenner is not Kylie Jenner anymore. That's Kylie Jenner
Mm-hmm.
5.0. Like every year something about her
Absolutely.
changes. So, and
And
she
all
has
of
that
them.
leg on it. Right. So people can't respect you when they don't really know you and can't vibe with you. Like if this company gave you something and it's a good product, then rock it. If it's not, send it back to the company and be like, you know what? It was trash. I'm sorry. I can't do this to my
Right.
viewers. So I mean, just be honest about it. I think that's the whole thing. And then shame on
100%.
JD.
That's yeah, you have a point if that's the case. And here's another thing though, when you talk about keeping it real about the wigs, because it's not just black women wearing them. Here's another truth about wigs. Just because you see a black woman in a wig doesn't mean that she doesn't have hair under that wig. A lot of us have a whole lot of hair up under these wigs, and we like having a whole lot of hair, and we don't feel like messing with a whole lot of hair because it is a struggle. And if we're working in corporate places, unfortunately, our hair is so freaking politicized, that it's going to be a problem if we go in there rocking our big crazy
Natural hair.
afro is going to
Hmm.
be a problem for people. So
How did you get it
a
like
lot of the
that?
times, right, right. Can I touch it? Yeah. A lot of times
Oh,
it's not about wanting to look white. A lot of times it's about assimilating and doing what we need to do for a check, you
right.
know?
Hmm.
So yeah. Yeah.
I just wanted to
Hey,
speak on that because
Gabrielle Escobosa.
I just want to speak on that because one, it bothers me her name. Like, okay, be biracial, proud. That's almost like a gay
Right.
man walking around calling himself DL. Like that's weird.
Right.
Don't do that. Like don't
It is
disrespect
weird.
yourself like that. Just be you. And so now that people have something to say, now you want to backtrack and slowly change your name. You're not P Diddy. We don't even know one song from you. We know you as a feature on WAP. And WAP is the most controversial thing you ever want to talk about. So I don't know what to tell Mulatto, but Mulatto's gonna have to humble herself in this type of industry when you have Meg the Stallion out here killing the game this year, and then you have Nicki Minaj and the Wings getting ready to come back. So Cardi B is here to stay. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't like her, but her
Hmm.
stuff
But
still
it is
sells.
what it is. She's still successful. Yeah,
And
you like her or
here's
not,
where
you
the
can't
money
deny the
comes from
success.
on the road. It's when you go and support these people in their concerts, in their walkthroughs at clubs and things like that. When you show up to stuff like that, that's where they make their money. They don't make it from your clicks and your views and your spins that you give them. They make it from when because that all goes back to the record label. So they make it on the road. And so when you all show up and you give these people the support, then this is what we get. We get a mulatto attitude. So I think mulatto needs to understand that her fan base is not cool with her attitude and the way she's treated. Because if she'll treat vendors that's giving her free stuff like that, how's she gonna treat you when you ask for something from her?
Right.
So
Right.
I digress.
I appreciate it. Let me get Eric. I see it. He's been trying to get his camera going. Get your camera going, and then come on back, Eric. We'll keep on this for a second. Thank you. I appreciate you. That what a great call to kick it off. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You might call back for the next one.